Hello everyone. Today I'm going to introduce a simple and powerful AI tool called Quillbot and show you how we can use it to support EAL learners in improving their writing, especially paraphrasing skills, vocabulary variety, and sentence structure. Before we jump into how to use Quillbot in the EAL classroom, let's quickly talk about what is this. Quillbot is an AI writing tool designed to help users rephrase sentences, improve grammar, and generate more natural and fluent language. It's often used by writers, students, and language learners to make their writing more clear, more academic, or just more interesting. For EAL learners, Quillbot can be helpful when they are trying to say something in English but are stuck using simple or repetitive language. Instead of just correcting mistakes, it actually shows alternative way to express the same idea, which is great for learning vocabulary, sentence structure, and tone. Now let's begin with the first activity, sentence rewriting. This is a great warm-up activity that helps students focus on vocabulary and sentence variation. It can be used after reading or as part of writing practice. Let's imagine a student wrote a simple sentence. I like to travel to new places. It's grammatically correct but very basic. We want to encourage the student to express the same idea in a richer way. Now I will copy this sentence. On the left, we paste the sentence. On the right, Quillbot automatically generates a new version. The new version is I enjoy visiting new locations. A natural standard version, like, becomes enjoy. To travel becomes visiting. Places becomes locations. Now let's try fluency. This made it sound more natural. We got I appreciate traveling to new places. You now can ask your student, what changes did you notice? What version do you prefer and why? Can you try writing your own versions? This activity builds students' awareness of how to express one idea in different ways, which is very important in writing, especially in exam or formal tasks. Now let's move to activity 2, paragraph rewriting. This is also useful for more advanced students who are writing paragraphs or short compositions. Let's look at the simple paragraph written by a student at A2 levels. Last summer, I went to the beach with my family. We swam in the ocean and ate seafood. It was a fun holiday. It's clear and understandable but basic. I will paste the paragraph into Quillbot and choose the standard mode. Here is the new version. My family and I visited the seaside last summer. We ate seafood and went swimming in the ocean. The holiday was enjoyable. You can guide your student to look at word choice, more formal or natural, sentence variety, different verbs and structures, tone and fluency. Then ask students to highlight the new vocabulary, choose their favorite sentence, try writing their own version use the same idea. This kind of activity helps students not only improve writing fluency but also expand vocabulary and notice natural patterns of expression. Now let's take a moment to reflect on the value of using Quillbot in an EAL classroom for writing instruction. First of all, I think Quillbot is useful for learners at the A2 to B2 levels, especially when they are starting to write more independently. At this stage, students are already writing sentences and short paragraphs, and they are trying to make their language more accurate, more fluent, and more varied. So how does Quillbot help with that? Well, first, vocabulary variety. Quillbot exposes students to synonyms and alternative phrasing that they might not think of themselves. For example, turning fun into enjoyable or go to into visit. This helps them expand their vocabulary naturally in context. Second, grammar and sentence structures. Sometimes students repeat the same pattern again and again. Quillbot shows them how ideas can be rephrased in different ways, using relative clauses or more advanced connectors. And then, fluency and natural expression. Many EAL learners struggle with awkward phrasing, especially when translating from their first language. Quillbot can help polish their sentences to sound more natural. Sometimes it's hard to teach directly. But of course, we have to be careful. It's important that students don't become too dependent on the tool. I would not recommend giving students a paragraph and just saying put into Quillbot. Instead, we should use it as a support tool, especially for revising and reflecting. My suggestion is to integrate Quillbot into the writing process. Use it before writing, during brainstorming. For example, students can explore different ways to say a key idea, or use it after writing to revive their draft and notice patterns. They can also ask, how did Quillbot change my sentence? Why? Do I like the new version? You can also combine it with peer feedback. One student writes, and the partner uses Quillbot to help suggest improvements. This makes editing more interactive. Here's my quick tech review of Quillbot, just from a classroom perspective. First, it's easy to use. You just paste your text. And it's also great for learning sentence patterns. Even short text can be transformed in creative ways, which gives students new options for expression. But there are also some limitations. Sometimes Quillbot changes are a little bit unnatural or too advanced, especially for lower level learners. So it's important that teachers guide students to compare and reflect, not just copy. Also, the free version only gives access to two paraphrasing modes, standard and fluency. If you want to use other modes like formal, simple, or creative, you need the premium version. There's also a character limit for how much you can paraphrase at once, which can be a little bit frustrating for long texts. Quillbot is a powerful AI tool that supports EAL learners in improving their writing. It helps with vocabulary development, sentence variety, grammar accuracy, and fluency. I really encourage you to try it out in your own lessons. Use it as a complement, not a replacement, and always involve your own teaching judgment. Thank you for watching this video. Let me know if you have any questions or comments.